Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra, kind of over by the sheep pen. We are getting some logs to be sent over to the sawmill. I want to get these picked up today because I want to get these out of here before our little saplings grow up, because then it might be just a little bit more difficult to get them over to said sawmill. Let me jump over that. And yeah, I'm getting the hang of this again. Every time I use the yarder, it's like, what buttons to do? What button does this? Yeah, we're doing good. So I got this all cleared out. Yeah, I was just thinking, if those saplings grow, and then I got to cut these trees down and then drag them over, they're going to be going through those trees, and they're going to be bouncing everywhere. May get stuck, maybe even come off the cable itself. So we're going ahead and clearing, I don't want to say clearing this area out, but doing rather well in clearing it out. Got to come in here with a stump grinder in maybe late fall, once we get done with all the fields, and clear out these stumps and maybe plant some more trees. Where's my cable line? Yeah, we're doing good. How many more trees I got left? I do want to leave one tree here to kind of just show how to clear off the limbs. We were having a discussion on Discord a couple days ago. There was someone having issues clearing off the limbs of the trees and wanting to know how to do it, or at least how I do it, all in one go. And so I'll kind of just show it off here. Are we down to one tree? Yeah, I think we're down to one tree, so we'll do this one here. You gotta be a little bit careful when you're trying to delimb the trunks of the trees. If you get trees on top of other trees, it can get a little weird and glitch out and probably not take care of the limbs. So what you want to do with your chainsaw is, I usually start off at the base of the tree. Sometimes starting off at the top of the tree and working your way back this way doesn't work as well, but I find going from the the base of the trunk on up works better. So you get your chainsaw out and basically try to, get yourself lined up. Crouch down if you have to, or, depending on where the trunk is. And just kind of like get like at least the front half of the bar of the chainsaw into the tree itself. Make sure the where did my chainsaw go? That kind of disappeared. Maybe I can do it just by standing up. Is that? No. Actually, maybe it was working. And just follow up the length of the tree, and you have delimbed the tree. Now, if you get off the center a little bit, the limbs will not come off. You pretty much got to go in the center of it. Just keep on practicing with it, and eventually, you get the hang of it. It's not that bad. So, hopefully that was helpful to you. I'm not sure if it was or wasn't. I know talking on Discord, it was probably, reading sometimes and trying to figure out what we're saying may not be as easy as, well, seeing it work in person or in the video. Alright, so the last tree that we need to bring on over. Let's go ahead and just attach it there. Stop following me. You return. And drag it on over. Whoops, looks like there was a limb still on the trunk, but that's fine. I don't care because it's going to the sawmill anyways. And yep, so he's got all the trees, the stumps there got to clear off in the fall. I was thinking I got to stand there and take off the cable, but you can do that over at the yarder itself. So yeah, I don't know when these trees are going to grow. I mean, it could be next month because I don't have nothing else to do this month except for taking down the trees. Are we past the saplings? Kind of. The saplings go out to here. And ooh, this is a mess. Can I... No, it's not what I want to do. I can't find the back end of the carriage. Alright, I think I'm there. First of all, detach the tree. Maybe that's why I couldn't return the cable. Finally found the button. I had to get low enough in the trees to disable, to disarm or take down the cable to the other tree. And when I did that, yeah, I might be stuck in here. I don't know. We'll see if I can get out of here. Raise that on up. Can I get out of here? Am I stuck in a tree anywhere? There we go. Okay, we're out. We're good to go. I'm going to leave those trees there. Actually, some of them went flying too far back. Nothing ever goes as planned, does it? Let me go ahead and put the yarder here. I don't need to rush to get these logs into the mill right away, because the mill is doing just fine. So let me drop that down. And we are fine. Actually, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be using the Fiat tomorrow. Not too sure. If our crop is ready for harvest. If it is ready for harvest, I'm just going to use the Deutz and the John Deere. But I'll go park this back on up into the farm. So the grass fields did get rolled all the way. They're all set, ready to go. Another thing I have changed down at the store, the multi-fruit buying silo station that I had, I sold that, and I actually got Omatana's, what's it called there? Well, it's the pack that comes from the hinterland, and when I was using it on hinterland the other day, I noticed when I was buying from her buy station, it was charging me the store price. So, yep, this little buying station right here. This is from like the hinterland. So, yeah, if you're looking to buy at, you know, retail prices that come from the store, that's what you want. But if you want discounts, you know, the multi-fruit buying silo that I had would work just as well. Anywho, let's go back to the farm. We are all set to sleep through the night, I do believe. I better double check on the animals here. They're full of grass. They got feed. Horses. Oh, horses are out of hay? Oh, okay. I'm glad I checked that. I didn't know they were out of hay. Now, I do got hay bales in here. And don't worry, we got plenty of hay bales over at the sheep pen. Luckily, their health is still at 100, so they haven't been out without hay for that long. I do believe the telehandler is in the sawmill. I think that's where I probably left it. Yes, it is. Actually, we got all these hay bales here even, too. Those I'll leave here. I want to get the ones out of... out from behind the combine first. So I can park the combine in further. And it's probably not a good idea to be parking, when I get done with the combine, be parking a hot combine next to hay and straw bales like that. Might catch on fire or something. Who knows? And since I'm going to be in there giving them hay, I might as well see how much straw they need. Get rid of those bales as well. Yeah, I can't let the horses' health deteriorate. That's going to be kind of crucial for us when the training facility goes down. Eventually. Now, I'm kind of hoping that those saplings now don't grow for at least another month, but if they do, probably won't be that bad getting those trees out of there. Looks like a big bale here for straw, but it's actually only got 1,700 liters left. And it took all that, so that's one gone. Are these both full bales of hay? Yes, they are, so it doesn't matter which one I take. Let me narrow up those forks so I only grab one of these. So 2 of those straw bales that are in there now, that did come from our oat field that we just harvested. You want to drop off completely. Alright, so how does that look on your food? Alright, so you're good on food. Base food we'll get when we do the sorghum here. And it doesn't really need a recharge, but it's here. We'll go ahead and recharge it. Nope, not sell. Do I have to be in here? Oh, so you got to be in the telehandler to start recharging. Gotcha. Alright, we'll park this back in here, even though I might be using it tomorrow. I should be using it tomorrow, but I've been wrong about that many times before. Alright, okay, so the horses are doing fine there. Yeah, that's what we need to do. And now production buildings, double check on that. And yep, we're making wool in the fabric, cotton in the fabric. Greenhouses are more than fine, and we got over 5,000 liters of wood, so we should be good. Should be good. All right, so we're sitting at 11.8 in the money category. So I think it's going to go up, even though the price of strawberries might be still going down, but with the wind turbine going and selling the strawberries that we do have, I think we'll be fine. I think the money's going to go up a little bit. Yep, just a little bit, but that's all that matters, as long as the money just keeps going on up. Let me check on the fields here. And yes, our sorghum fields are ready. Even this one right here. Doesn't have a number on it, but that's a grass. It was a grass field. Now it's a sorghum field. For that, so that crop is all set to go. Okay, so how are the horses looking? Okay, the horse is still looking good. Chickens are fine. The sheep could probably use some grass because we got 195 sheep in there. Oh, and the production buildings, I didn't check on the sawmill, did I? See, that should be good to go for a little while. Yeah, we still got 3,500 liters of wood in there, but I am kind of curious. This is probably when the saplings did grow, right? Because that's what it's going to do. It's going to do it just to annoy me a little bit. Let's peek around here. It's hard to tell with all that shrubbery around, but no, there's trees. Okay, another month has gone by and they still have not grown at all. I mean, part of me is happy that they didn't, but the other part of me is also not that happy that they didn't. All right, let's go at least get one field harvested to start with. So grab the John Deere, head on down, get started in a field. And I think what I'm going to do is, before I feed any animals, we're going to store all of the grain into the silos so we can see how much we got off of all three fields. So only one way for the John Deere to get out of here, and that is through this way. Can't go through any gates. See, there's a big bump right there, so let's go around that. And then after that, we are fine. Yeah, usually first thing I do in the morning, though, is usually I go over with the telehandler, grab the wool pallets from the sheep pen, and bring it out over so it can start producing. But I'm guessing the spinnery should still have wool in it. I don't think the spinnery is... Whoops, I wasn't paying attention. There's a light pole there. All right, since I'm at a full stop now, let me check the spinnery here. Scroll all the way down here. All right, it's actually almost out of wool. So let me get the combine over to the field. I will grab the telehandler, bring the wool over. Got to keep that production going. Then we'll get to harvesting some beautiful, beautiful sorghum. And since I'm going to be back at the farm, I might as well grab the Deutz and the trailer, bring that on down as well. Well, I figured I got one more bale in the horse barn, so grab that and bring it on over to feed our lovely, lovely little sheep who have made, well, it looks like maybe 3,750 liters of wool, roughly. So no more hay bales in the horse barn. But yeah, we got plenty of hay bales. And they're not even going to even take that full bale. Yeah, they are definitely eating the grass that's in the pasture as well. So 2 trips of wool to the spinnery. And you got to get this just right to grab 2 at a time. Of course, it doesn't help if you don't get the forks all the way down. The one on the right is a little iffy. And, alright. Now it's not going to be as iffy because now I can pick it up a little bit better than it was. Of course, now I'm going on a little bit of an uphill, so fork's got to go down a little bit more. There we go. Keep that spinnery going. Yeah, I think it was on last episode someone actually said a comment of, oh, the farm's finally making money. Well, it's kind of like any farm or business. You gotta And when you first start, you got to spend money and spend money before you can start making money. It's like, and I've said this before in another series. You get to that point in every farm, and we haven't got to the point yet here in this farm, to where you build up, and yes, you're buying stuff. You are making money, but you're spending it just as fast as you're bringing it in. And we're almost to the point here to where we're going to not need to buy anything else. So the money we bring in, we can definitely pay off that loan. So, I mean, we were making money in the previous years, but that allowed us to buy a field here, a field there, some other things, upgrade the spinnery to level 4, I think we're at, something like that. So we've been making money, just that we're spending it as it's coming in. But now I think we're almost to the point of, other than when we still got to buy the training facility for 100 grand. But with the silage bales that we're getting, and the fabric that we're selling, and the chicken eggs we're going to sell, and the planks that we sell every year, yeah, we're going to be doing just fine. I think next year is going to be definitely, you know, digging into that loan payment, so our interest won't be as high. All right, so of course that was 2,000 liters I delivered on the first load, it's 1,000 liters a piece. It's at least a, you know, 750, right? Yeah, so it's actually 3,836 liters they made in 1 month now. And as long as they stay healthy, this is pretty much like, okay, pretty much what it should be, almost like every month. There we go. If those pallets would just spawn another half meter closer, it'd be a little bit easier for the telehandler to grab it. Alright, I'm going to go put these into the spinnery, grab the Deutz-Fahr, and get to harvesting some of that beautiful sorghum. I think I'll just park this right here for now. Actually, no, we can park it right over here. That'll work fine for me, I do believe. Alright, so the question is, how much sorghum are we going to get off of all 3 fields? All 3 fields should be at the same yield bonus of 98%. Fingers crossed. But this field right here does have some spots where it needed lime. And I didn't quite get to it because, well, not the whole field needed it. So didn't see the need to come over here and spray a little section here and a little section there. I do like where these trees, you know, I like having the trees here, but it's a little bit too much into my field. But as long as we're not going to be able to upgrade, that's for darn sure. Nothing over 200 horsepower. So yeah, I mean, I think they'll be fine. We're not colliding with them or anything like that. Now I'm just going by what someone told me, that sorghum yields better than oats. So that's why we're going with it. I don't know. I haven't done any testing. I haven't seen anyone do any testing on it. But just if you know for sure what yields better, let me know, because sorghum and oats, that's what we need to know, because that's what the horses take in the horse pen. But the training facility only takes oats. Not that I don't mind doing the sorghum though, because the chickens require sorghum, and then the horses can take sorghum. So it's like a double crop for both of our animals, so it works out okay. But if they don't yield as well as other crops, then we got enough fields to spread the love and like put wheat in one field and oats in another field. And that means we'll get straw. And of course, with the straw, we can go ahead and sell that. Now, I would like to buy these 2 fields to our right by next spring, if we have the money, but I don't think we're going to have the cash by then. I mean, yeah, we're going to be selling a lot of silage, but I kind of want to keep that money for maybe paying off some of that loan. I guess we'll have to wait and see maybe what they plant in that field. But you know what's going to happen? Winter's going to come. I'm going to sell the silage bales. I'm going to see money in my bank account. And it's going to be like, yep, buy those fields. Actually, I should be going the other way around the field, but that way my auger will be on the correct side. So I will turn around once we go and unload. Because one time around, I am over 66% full already. So I'm not going to get around a second time. Make sure we stay out of our crop. Don't tell me the trigger point is too high. We've unloaded in this before. Am I too far over? Oh, I was probably just too far over. None of this crop is being sold. It's all going to be kept for animals. And that is looking pretty darn good already. So one headland did about 4,000 liters. A little bit over that. When I get done harvesting this field, I want to see how much of this field needs lime, but I think either way, just lime it all during the off season. Alright, I'm going to get more of this field done. See you in just a little bit, and we'll see roughly where we stand. I'll probably actually have to bring it back because I think at the rate I am going to fill up that trailer before I get this field done. That trailer, I think, holds just like under 13,000. So 3 more trips around the headland, give or take, and that should fill up the trailer. Just finished topping off the trailer, so that is ready to go back to the farm and be unloaded into the silo. But I figured I might as well just finish out the field here. Should be able to get the rest of this into the harvester. So I think that holds 12,500 liters of trailer. Sorry, is it 12,500, 12,600? Right about there somewhere. So maybe get like 15,000 liters off this field. So I guess that's not too bad. The numbers I just can't crunch anymore because I'm so used to farming on bigger maps, bigger fields. So seeing a field like even this size, I would consider this like a small field. But if I do get 15,000 liters off this field and I can ballpark it, I think off of all 3 fields we might get like 40,000 in total. Somewhere around there. And I wish I knew how much feed the animals needed for a year. That was one thing that the Seasons mods kind of did in Farming Simulator 19. It would kind of give you a rough idea how much feed the animals would require in a year. So you would know how much that you would need to produce. Alright, so yeah, 2,200. And this holds, yeah, 12,600. So almost 15,000 liters. Not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and continue harvesting though until I get a full combine before I bring the Deutz back. That way when I come back I can just pull up to the combine and empty it. So since we do have sorghum in these fields, I definitely think we're going to have to mulch the field. I think that's what a farmer would do. I don't think we'd want to come back in here with a direct drill and try to direct drill with dead crops standing up about 3/4 of a meter high. So we'll have to come in here with a mulcher. The mulcher, the mod, I think I showed you last episode. Full price for that, brand new, is like 16 grand, which we don't have, so I'll probably just lease it. and we'll give it a go. Yeah, so right now I'm guessing 40,000 liters of sorghum off of all 3 fields. And we're just going to keep putting it into the silo, not feed our animals yet. Not that the animals need any feed right now. I still got some wheat left over for the chickens. And we do got oats in the silo also, but we're going to keep that for the training facility. And I am kind of glad that I got the bigger header for this combine when we purchased it. I think this is the 5 meter, and I do believe this mod comes with a 4 meter, but I got the 5 meter. I think it's just right for the fields that we have. And these trees, we just barely get under these trees, so that works out well. But after we get back to the farm, I'm going to grab the Fiat, and we're going to go back over to the sawmill. And we need to grab all those trees and get them into the mill itself, because we don't have enough lumber in there, or wood in there, to be made into lumber. To be made into planks. That's going to run out probably by mid-afternoon, so I want to get in there and make sure we keep that production up and going. And that's good enough. I don't want to go too much further because I do have crop destruction turned on like always. I don't want to get too full and not pay attention and move on. I will say, through the years of Farming Simulator, the textures of the grain of the crop has gotten so much better. Looks so good. Alright, Mr. Deutz-Far, or sorry, it's just a Deutz, not a Deutz-Far back then. Just a Deutz. Let's go ahead and spin this around. Might struggle a little bit. I mean, that is 12,600 liters of grain back there. Last year with the 52 horsepower, I wouldn't have even tried this, but now with the 80 horse, of course, we just got to find the right gear. Yeah, there is an extension for this trailer. I don't feel like we need it, but if I ever do get the extension for it, just have to remember that the Deutz can't handle. This is pretty much what its max can do. Although it's a little light in the front. I'm trying to remember when I bought this. I think we did have weights in the front. I'll have to double check on that. Got a little bit light in the front doing that. So if we can get a good baseline on if we got enough feed for the animals with these 3 fields, then next year what I could do is put a crop in one of the fields that we could just go ahead and harvest it and sell it when the price is good. And there is the first load of hopefully 3.5 loads. If I want 40,000, it's got to be 3.5 loads. Alright, let's go ahead and park this right here. And let's grab the Fiat and head back over to the sawmill and make sure we keep that production up and running. Might be a little bit messy trying to get these logs in. It just went all haywire when the cable detached from the tree on the other side. Must be the yarder. It must have been a tree stuck between the yarder and maybe the Fiat. So when it released, then everything kind of shifted a little bit. Of course, if one tree moves, they're all going to move. Alright, so if I actually bring it, now that the wall's not here, if I actually bring it over here, although I'm a little bit nervous now about hitting some of my bales. Lower that on down. Yeah, and I'm not kind of nervous because some trees did fall way over there, which is kind of out of our way for our base tree. But if I use this one, did I use this one last time? All right, we'll clutch it onto there. Let's go ahead and bring that on over and get the nearest ones first. If I can find my way through here. This one looks good. And if it drags some more in than it needs to be, then that's fine too. I just hope it doesn't hit our bales, that's all. But I think they're going to at some point. Oh, there it is. Gotcha. Being able to remove the cement walls with the map hide object mod definitely helped out. Let's grab this one here. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of trying to get every tree in here at once, see, the trigger should be right here, store wood. Oh, we're actually not getting some of the logs into the trigger area. Unless it's because it's still on the yarder. Alright, so we're not getting it into the trigger. Where's it? I thought it was over the trigger, but apparently not. Interactive zone markers. Oh, it's more over here. Yeah, I'm too far over. Okay. We'll just do that to begin with. Alright, let me go ahead and take that down. And I'll get the yarder moved. I think I'm grabbing this tree from the center, which is not the best idea. But, you know me, I'm going to do it anyways. I should be taking the limbs off it, but I don't know if we actually get more liters of wood by leaving the limbs on. I'm going to guess not, but who knows. Let's go ahead and drop the tree down. Whoops, not close enough to the cable. Drop the tree down. Recall that again. Find the base. Attach, stop following me, and return back. And while you're going back, I lift up the cable. I love how Giants did it on the help mod. You can watch the little crane go back and forth. It tells you everything you need to know, even though you can't really see it sometimes. Especially if you use like the one we did on Silver Run, where you know you can go a long distance away. Oh yeah, this is a mess. I can't see what trees are on top and which ones are underneath. So we'll just, I guess we'll just grab one and try to go with it and see what happens. And I'm just gonna come up here. It should sell while it's still on the yarder because we did that at Silver Run. The one good thing about when we're doing it at Silver Run is the pond around the sawmill was like an auto collector. So when the log got over the pond, it just took it right off the yarder. So we had about, what, 3,000 liters of wood in there. So we'll see what we get. That one came off the yarder because it hit the cement wall. That's okay. We'll find out if he gets it later on. And I should be able to only grab one tree at a time. I think these trees are too heavy. Yep, it's too heavy. Nope, nope, wrong button. Come back. I detached it. Now I could take down that wall with a map object hider, but I don't want to take down too many. At least we're getting these trees moved before these saplings grow up, because they grow they grow into the first stage, and then they are hittable objects. Right now they are not. You say I'm in range, but you're not allowing me to attach. Yes, we are going over the concrete wall a little bit. I need to go up there. I think we need to go up there and sell some of that wood. Yeah, that tree came off the yarder. Oh, it took them all. Okay. Perfect. Grab that, please. Try to lift it up and get over the concrete wall. Yeah, I think next time, if I cut trees down that far, which we probably will at some point, I'll drag the trees further over. I only drag them to like right about here. Yeah, I think using this tree and then drag them at that angle, that'll get me right over the spot it needs to be inside the sawmill. Can we grab this tree? Oh, there we go. But after we get these all cleaned up, and then I can go back to harvesting the sorghum, get those done. I'll probably do get one field done in between episodes, and we can finish up the third field at the beginning of next episode. Come back. While I'm waiting to come back, I do want to check on the field we just got done harvesting. So if I get rid of the harvesting part, nope, I could actually leave that on there because I'm not on the right page. This is the page I need to be on. Yeah, so it's only like the little strips, but I may go ahead and put lime on the entire field. So the 2 potato fields don't need lime either. Oh well. We'll take it as we go here. Just trying to figure out what we need to do and plan a little bit ahead. Oops, I didn't raise it. Get over the concrete wall. Alright, let me go up there and sell these. You just start getting one on too many on top of another, they could get tangled up and trees can go flying. We've done that before. Or I should say, I've done that before. So a few more to go. Am I not close enough? Alright, let's grab this one. Yep, we can grab that one. Probably shouldn't be standing on the path of the tree, but we're okay. We're surviving. And this should keep the sawmill going, I would think. We'll check to see how many liters we got. It's about 5,000 liters a day, roughly, that it takes. But that should get us into winter, I would think, for sure. Are we close enough to grab this here? How forestry work has come a long way since it was introduced in FS15. I'm not sure I'd be doing a lot of forestry work if it wasn't for the yarders and auto-loading trailers. Wait a minute. Am I done with the trees for the most part, other than this one here? Yeah, and I don't think I can get that to reach over, can I? If I can't, instead of just moving it all over for one tree, I'll just pick it up and move it over. Yep, we're too far. But I will show you this once again to clear the limbs. Just grab your chainsaw. Get it roughly the tip of the bar into the trunk. As long as you go up the center of the tree, if you can walk along the center, you'll get most of them. And I did get all of them. So that's really what you need to do. Let me go ahead and grab this. We'll just bring it over here for one tree. I don't want to reset the whole system. Can we not? Okay, there we go. Now it wants to grab. Now, if these would just grow, but the problem is, I forgot how many growth stages there are in these trees. I want to say there's 3, so we haven't even hit the first growth stage. We sold all the wood, or all the wood's in there. So 33,000. So 5,000 liters per month. That should go 6 months. So September, October, November, December, January, February. That gets us to February. So we should be all set there. Let me go ahead and do that. And then we'll just drop that off there. And off we go. Yeah, we still have the Fiat. I know a couple episodes ago I was having some issues with it getting stuck. I don't understand. Like I said before, some episodes it's like 2 or 3 times. Other times, you know, no issues at all. I've been looking for other tractors I could use that are kind of. I don't want to back up there. No, sorry. That's where the Deutz parks. There is one I did see, and it's something that I guess I could change to. It was under actually medium tractors, and it was the Valtra, I do believe. Yeah, 190 horse. So we're under 200 horsepower. So he would upgrade by actually 5 horsepower. Still a manual power shift, so I hope we don't have any issues with that. But then again, the Deutz is a manual. So, yeah, I'm not too sure on that. But that is an option for us, although it's rather expensive. It's like 100 grand. And I believe we bought the Fiat for like 15, 18, 20, somewhere in there. Let's go get the grain out of the John Deere so we continue harvesting. So that's good, yeah. I don't have to think about the sawmill too much for about 6 months. See, that was the other thing when some people are saying upgrade the sawmill. That would cost us 66 grand, but that's not really my issue. My issue would be having to put double the amount, because instead of using 5,000 liters per month, it's going to go through 10, so I need more trees. And we moved a lot of planks last month, or was it this month? Last month. So it's just more to move. The money would be great. It's just the more work I would do. And I'm trying to stay away from autoloaders when I can. Actually, I need to go right up to the John Deere and empty that on out. I mean, on East Vineland, I did use an autoloader for the bales, but as for pallets, I did not. Let's get this unloaded. That should be fine. And that works like a charm. So I'll get this field harvested in between episodes. Shouldn't take me that long. And then I'll maybe get like a third or half of that field done, and we'll start next episode here in the month of August. I will check in the store page just to see what's interesting. Not the Vermeer I was looking at. But that's a windrower. I don't want the windrower. I want the mower. Not that I could afford $20,000 right now, but if I really wanted to, I probably could force myself to do so. But I think also next episode we'll also be getting into using this mulcher here for these fields. Where is it? Right here. How much is it to lease, actually? So, yeah, under $1,000, which is good. But the base price is what? $16,200. So basically, am I going to use that more than 16 times? If I don't, then it's probably just better to lease it every year than to buy it, but I usually don't like leasing things. I'm not much of a leaser, only when, if it's definitely a one-time thing, I have no problem. But something like the mulcher, if it's something I'm going to be doing here, I'd rather just buy it and have it on the farm. That way I can use it when I want to. Not have to worry about hourly charges or having it overnight and forgetting about it. I don't know. So the sorghum harvest, yeah, if we get 40,000 liters, I'll have to see how far that can get us next year. Or how much we go through the winter. And then I can kind of figure out what to be planting. Although wheat and barley, if I want to do that, I think on this map there is no wheat or barley spring planting, right? On this map. Yeah, wheat and barley we couldn't do. Which is fine, because I can plant oats in the spring to get straw from. And we are feeding the chickens sorghum. And sorghum is planted next year as well. So the only thing you plant in the springtime on this, in the fall, and fall only, is wheat, barley, and canola. Everything else is in the spring. I mean, I could do cotton, but we're not doing cotton that way. So yeah, I'll have to figure out next year in the springtime, see how much of the sorghum we go through. And if I need to keep planting all 3 fields with it, then that's what we'll have to do. But maybe through the winter months, after we buy the silage, or sorry, not buy, sell the silage, we'll take that money. I think those, I'm trying to remember without looking, I think 40,000 for those 2 pieces of land behind us with the potatoes in it. And we should get that much for the silage. I can't look at the stock mod because those bales are not silage yet. So I'm not going to know how much money we're actually going to get off of them. But we shall see. But the good news is the sawmill, we got plenty of wood in there to last us at least 6 months. The sorghum harvest seems to be going well, I would think. But we are going to go ahead and have to mulch this because bringing a direct drill in here just to put that into the ground. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and mulch it. Plus we'll get the 2% on the field for next year. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one.